Hi everyone, I want to share this video for working professionals who have traveled from India to work in the US, countries in Europe, Australia, New Zealand, Middle East, etc., Malaysia, and all of that. A lot of people from India go to these countries to work on work visas or different permits for a few years, or some of them work for long years. Now, in this video, what I want to touch upon is when you are coming back, what exactly should you do? Because a lot of time the comeback plan happens abruptly because of some visa hassle or because of some legal status change and stuff like that. So you have to just pack your bags and move within a month or so. But sometimes these moves are planned, right? You can plan it because your parents are here in India and they are aging. You can plan because you want to move for your kids' education. And there can be several other reasons why you actually planned that comeback. It is not just abrupt. So when you are planning this, a lot of people who approach me at the last moment. Let's say they tell me, Anand, we are planning to come back next month. When you do something of that sort, you don't have enough time to take the right actions. So the first point which I want to stress upon is please start to plan at least 6 months ahead of time, preferably 9 months ahead of time. So if you want to come back in December, you should start the planning in March, or maximum by July. You should start to plan that comeback. Now, there are several aspects that you need to consider. Number one aspect is your skill and experience. So while you are in US or any other country, what exactly were you doing? Because a lot of time, people who are working at on-site are working deep into the client related stuff, which means it can be a technology or a tool which is very specific to the client. It may not necessarily be applicable to other companies. So please check what is your skill and experience, and is that relevant in the market? Okay, that's very important. For that, 6 months before you come to India, you should start to check for job descriptions for which you think you are a fit. So if I was in your place, 6 months before I land in India, I will start to check what kind of companies do I want to work for. Do I want to work for startups? Do I want to work for service companies? Do I want to work for GCCs, etc.? And then I will start to look for specific job descriptions where I think I am a fit. So that analysis you need to start 6 months ahead of time, so that in that analysis you will understand what are the expectations of Indian companies, and do I have that kind of skill or experience, or is there any gap? Because in a lot of Indian companies, if you are a senior employee, 20 plus years of experience, they expect people management. And mostly people sitting in the on-site roles do not have people management experience. Okay. So if that is a gap, then you need to think of, okay, how do I add that people management angle on my resume in the next 6 to 9 months? Can I ask my company to give me charge of a small project? Can I manage 2, 3 people sitting in India from on-site, right? So you need to gain that experience of people management. And this is just one example. The gap can be in terms of your skill set. Let's say you are a data analyst working on some specific tool or technology, but in the market, the demand is more on Python and you have very less exposure to Python. Then you have a clear task that you should learn Python in the next 6 to 9 months. Okay, I'm just giving these examples, but your case may be different. The idea here is to start early and find out the gap with respect to the market demand, so that by the time you are ready to come to India, you already know which companies, what roles are you going to apply, and for that you would have already done some training and certification. Okay, so that's the first and the foremost very important point. Next important point is your assets. Okay, if you've already bought some property, if you've already bought some house over there, how will you liquidate that? So please consider that. And then also consider that if you want to come back to India and if you want to have an asset in another country, how will you manage it from here? Okay, so that's a very important consideration. Another important consideration is your tax status. Okay, please engage with some CA in India before you land here, so that the CA can tell you what all documentation you need from the US or from whatever country before you land in India. Okay, and the CA can also tell you what will be your tax status when you land over here. Will it be NRI or whatever? So that all those calculations and documentation related stuff can be done ahead of time. All right, so please engage with the CA even before you land here. Next important thing is your family. So ideally, a lot of people do this smart move is that they first shift their family. So they first move their spouse and their kids to India, then they take care of their schools, then they take care of the house. Most people don't rush into buying a new house. They typically move into a rented apartment based on the locality and the school where their kids would be studying. So it's a very good move to first move your family, then you go back and work for a few more months, and then you come back. So that's how most people do that, and that's a very good strategy. All right, so please plan your family movement with a lot of caution. Now, the next important thing is networking. If you are in the US for many years, or if you are in any of the European countries for many years, when you come back to India, chances are that your network will be very limited because you have not interacted with a lot of working professionals in India for many years. Now, this is a big gap. In order for you to fill this gap, you need to again start to network with those people. How do you do that? You can do that in WhatsApp groups. So check for your old company mates in some of the old WhatsApp groups, or check in your college group or university group. Okay, start to warm up those connections. You don't necessarily need to ask for a job, but you need to start to become active in those WhatsApp groups. That's first. Second is, of course, LinkedIn. A lot of people underestimate the power of LinkedIn because they don't know how to use it. I would highly recommend that you optimize your LinkedIn profile. You start to send connection requests to people in India, start to follow the recruiters in the companies that you would like to work for, and then slowly start to write on the platform with respect to your works, publish some case study, publish some blog, etc. So start to become active. It may not give you immediate results, but by the time you land in India, you would have already started to warm up those connections so that then you can start to ask for referrals. So please don't underestimate how LinkedIn can help you. And lastly, most important point, salary. Because you are earning in US dollars or in pound or in any other foreign currency, you have no idea of what to ask for when you land in India. So what should be the number that you should quote to the recruiter? In this particular case, I would suggest talk to a lot of people who are your peers, people with the same skill set and experience. Please talk to them and request them to understand what kind of pitch you should make to the recruiter. Because in India, the salaries are quite different. One another way is to look at some of the portals where these numbers are published. You cannot just blindly trust those numbers, but those numbers give you a good idea of a range. So talking to some peers and looking at these websites will probably help you come up with your own number or a range. And also, if you're working with a client for many years or working in the same company for many years, consider if that same client or same company can give you a job in India, or if that can be a transfer from another country to India. If that can happen, it can actually settle down a lot of nerves. You can do that kind of a shift in the same company, same client in India. And then once you get settled over here, then you can start to look for a new job. But in most cases, when you do that kind of a shift within the same company or within the same client, you will probably lose out on the money part. So please be careful with that particular negotiation. All right. So these were some of the top of my mind points about movement from other countries to India. If you are somebody who has already done it, please add your ideas or please add your experiences in the comments. Or if you are somebody who is going to do it in near future, please add your questions as well. I'll be happy to read and respond to them. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. And if you liked the video, do hit the like button and the hype button. And don't forget to share it in your WhatsApp groups. I will see you in another video soon. Take care and bye for now.